Four coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls, head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit.
Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Tennessee Titans. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Taken down back at the 18-yard line.
On second down, Hyde. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. First down, a run with Hyde. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the gun, a give to Hyde. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2 yards on the play. And the Seahawks.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Tannehill. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's good play. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
54 is Mike. Check it out.
And this is going to be a Titans 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent gain.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey. We're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is?
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Sean Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
7 yards. It's 2nd down.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. On 1st down, Hyde. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll run high, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Carlos Hyde, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a 1st quarter lead. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks.
Right there, 55. 54, right there, 54. Almost special! Almost special!
From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Looking to throw on second down. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Goes underneath for Henry. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
At the 36-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter with the score Seahawks.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. L.J. Collier just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
Brings up third down.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And it's complete. Henry. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down. For an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. A toss left, Henry. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
Graham Gano on for the field goal.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, it's Henry. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
He was taken.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Flushed out right. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game.
The extra point.
And it's up and good. So maybe a bit early here to try to match the 2. They're content to trail by 1 at 8-7.
Titans 7.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 15. And he'll be out right at the 35. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Complete.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And a short pickup there down to about the 9.
Derrick Henry.
Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're number 2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the darn thing and try and get in the end zone?
Maybe that's wiser. Yeah, they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the
touchdown, Tennessee.
Titans.
His first career touchdown pass, and yeah, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off at the 46. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. After the interception, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. To throw on 3rd down, Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it.
Gano on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
It's in the game.
The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Green to bring it back. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goal. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
And got his man complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Wilson, he's going to keep it. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for two. They'll try and run it in with Henry. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the one.
Titans 20, Seahawks 8.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Attempt carry for Hyde. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
A loss of 2.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson.
At the 33-yard line.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Past the 20. 10.
One play at a time.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And growing pains as an NFL QB, they're going to happen. He's played pretty well in this one. They still have the lead, but those moments, interceptions, pick sixes, occasionally going to happen.
Rookie. It happens, right? Just what you mentioned. Played pretty well in this game, and now his teammates will jump in and go, okay, we're having a good game. That's one blip. Let's go ahead and get back on track right here, right now, and we'll be okay.
Wilson From the gun, he'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. Throws left side. And he's got it. They convert for 2, and that gets them even closer. Now a 2-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 41, Wilson firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 32-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
2-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Titans. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. From the gun, Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Back now in Nashville. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And this is caught at the 8.
And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Wilson now operating from the gun. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They'll run for it with Hyde. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Carlos Hyde with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Now Wilson. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Score Titans 27, Seahawks 22. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. This is Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
And 4 at the 47-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. They start the drive with Hyde. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Wilson, and he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They'll run on first down. Hyde, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So that'll back him up 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Operating from the gun, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 15-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Hyde. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing now is Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and now it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's high. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Titans 27. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Green to bring it back. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Back to throw. It's caught. Stills right side. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
They set up the screen for Henry. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is no good. And just barely missing it wide to the right. Well, they got themselves in position to at least entertain the thoughts of an overtime, but as it turns out, it was not meant to be, Charles.
And you feel bad for a kicker in this spot. He's going to have to shoulder a lot of the blame, but in reality, this will be a team loss. They didn't do enough collectively to get the job done.
Wilson going to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got it at the 15.
It don't even matter, baby. It don't matter. It's okay.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little